Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for some music entertainment news. We'll get to the Hall of Fame inductions shortly that just dropped this morning, and we'll talk about those. But first, Death Cab for Cutie announces their 20th anniversary show of the album Plans at the Chicago Theater on August 5th. That is huge. Lauren dropped this yesterday at noon, right? She announced this whole thing and gave away tickets for it.
That is right.
So Plans is an album that changed the trajectory of Death Cab for Cutie forever. It was a major label debut, went platinum, earned Grammy nominations. And, they said basically we're only going to play a few shows in its honor. And we're currently working on our next studio album. So we'd be remiss to not take the opportunity to celebrate the 20th anniversary in some fashion. So like I Will Follow You in the Dark, which is one of the saddest songs in history.
Oh. It's just a gut-wrencher.
Yeah, it's almost like Brian's song for men. If you can't cry listening to that song, you don't have a heart in your body. Of course, Soul Meets Body, Crooked Teeth. So access venue presale tickets starting tomorrow at noon with code SOCIAL. Tickets go on sale to the general public Friday at 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m. Let's make that clear. Tickets go on sale for this show Friday at 9 a.m. Lauren has tickets every day this week at 12:30. That is important to know. But tickets for the sale, a lot of tickets go on sale at 10. These go on sale at 9 a.m. on Friday. I will see you all in the queue. I cannot wait for this show. What an album. What a band. I'm so excited.
Well, you know what screws the pooch on this one?
What's that? Tell me about that, Brian.
Mumford & Sons has the same deal. The pre-sales tomorrow. If you get invited to it, I applied for it. I will be in the queue if I get there. If not, the tickets go on sale Friday for that one, also at the Chicago Theater. So you got Death Cab and Mumford & Sons. The next 2 days, tickets at the Chicago Theater.
Good Lord.
Both bands can play the United Center. This is out of control. This is wild.
This is good stuff. I can't wait. This Death Cab show made my day yesterday. Lauren announced it. I love this band. My girlfriend loves this band. We're both so excited. Soul Meets Body, one of the best songs I've ever heard. Get into it. I can't wait.
Also, you may not have been clear, and that show August 5th. Mm-hmm. So, Kenzie, let's go down August and what you're going to be doing in August, Kenzie.
Get excited. Buckle up.
Buckle up, Kenzie. You're going to put, I guess, from Elgin, probably 3,000 miles on your car in August to come downtown for all these shows.
Okay, cool.
First, you got Lollapalooza. That'll be 4 days, by the way. So right there, take that off.
Yeah. So four days downtown.
I don't know what gas money's going to be on that. Ghost, Allstate Arena, August 1st as well. Lincoln Park on August 11th at the Madhouse. Shinedown at the Allstate on August 16th. Coheed and Cambria, Allstate on August 19th. Nine Inch Nails, August 19th and 20th at the Madhouse.
I'm not going to both.
Yes, you are.
Have to.
How dare you?
Why do I have to go to both?
Because it's Nine Inch Nails.
I saw them.
I know,
saw all 9 inches. The first night.
What we're going to do is recap. I will recap the night one to you while you sit next to me the whole show the second night.
Oh, my God. If I ever... Worst seating assignment ever would be between both Brians, Brian Haddad and Brian Phillips, because you can't hear anything happening at the concert. Anything.
And we're going to get out and go get beers pretty quick every song.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so that's 9 Inch Nails. Not even done with the biggest of that month. Oasis, Soldier Field, August 29th. My Chemical Romance, Soldier Field, August 30th.
Oasis was, yes. Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's Oasis 28th.
Oasis 28th, My Chemical Romance is 29th. My bad. Bad notes on my
Bad
behalf.
Then System of a Down, 2 times at Soldier Field, August 31st and September 1st.
Lauren Hill over here.
2 times. So then now Death Cab, August 5th. Like every couple days, including multiple in a row, some of the biggest concerts of the year in August. Wow. That's a lot.
They're just destroying August. They're making August tough.
It's Q101 month. Literally, August
There's
should...
12 months in a year. Nobody knows this. They all think only August exists in Illinois.
You know what? And this isn't a political statement, but we changed names a lot lately. We've been doing that.
Who's been changing names?
I'm not going to get into it. It's a non-political show. I'm just saying things have changed names of certain things that have had a name for a long time.
Okay.
Like our show?
No.
Oh.
Like on a map.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. It was too vague. I'm sorry. I wasn't following.
not being political.
No.
But going forward right now, August is now called Q101. August isn't August anymore. So I'm going to up Google, Google Calendar? Wait, who does the calendar on your phone?
Well, there's a few of them.
Just Apple?
Yeah, there's there's
People have different calendars. There's
yeah.
apps and stuff, Brian.
I have just the one that comes with the phone, that calendar.
Uh-huh.
So Apple, if you're listening, change August to Q101 from now on. And if it's not changed by tomorrow, I'm coming to your office, wherever that is.
You're going to make a scene.
Where is Apple's office?
In the Bay,
No,
right?
let him find it.
You're right, sorry.
Let him find it.
Can I make a Genius appointment and just go complain to somebody there at the Apple store?
You just felt the one on the river. This is it. This is your capital, correct?
How come August hasn't been changed to Q101 yet in the calendar? You know how crazy they would think I was if I walked in there and said that? And they're so nice in there, they would just go like, well, hang on, sir, we'll get to you. Give me your phone and I'll check it out. And then they'll hit this.
Because they could probably fix the title of your month. They'd be like, look at that. They're
so
very nice.
So smart in there in the Apple stores. All right, now let's get to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So August is now Q101. Just remember that. That's a takeaway for today. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this morning revealed the list of the 14 performer nominees that include Bad Company, Joe Cocker, Billy Idol, Joy Division, and New Order. They're going in together, I guess, huh?
Yes.
And then, what's Mana?
Mana. Mexican pop rock band formed in 1981.
Wow, I don't know that band. Amazing. I'll check them out.
Big fan.
Soundgarden and the White Stripes. So those are some of it. Now, 8 of the 14 nominees are on the ballot for the first time ever. Bad Company, the Black Crowes, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, Billy Idol, and Mana's one of those on the first time ever, I believe. And then Outkast and Fish. So those are your nominees. The artists, the 2025 inductees will be revealed in April. These are just the nominees. So artists must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years before they're eligible for induction. It takes place in L.A., and nominees will be voted on by more than 1,200 artists, historians, music industry professionals. And the selection criteria include, quote, an artist's impact on other musicians, the scope and longevity of their career, their body of work, as well as their innovation and excellence in style and technique. That's what they say. So last year, you had Mary J. Blige, Cher, Foreigner, A Tribe Called Quest, Kool and the Gang, Ozzy, Dave Matthews Band, and Peter Frampton were all inducted. And some were like categorized inductions. They weren't exactly the main inductees.
They have a few different wings now, much like the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So there'll be 5, right? There's going to be 5 that we should choose from on here. How about?
You have the choice to choose from 5 artists on this list.
Kenzie, what do you got? What are your 5 of the list that we've sent there?
It's tough because I actually do think a lot on this list are deserving. So it's not like, ugh, these are the only 5. So don't feel that way. And I will put out my disclaimer that I have to put out every year that we've talked about it. This is the 3rd time we've talked about it as a group together. My disclaimer is only one person should get in a year because that would make it super interesting. I don't agree with the way they do this. Okay.
It would also be a bloodbath of people.
That's what I mean.
Can you imagine? It'd be a great social media hate form. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, like one person. And then it's a real honor because you've truly beating out. That's just how I think it should roll. But anyways.
That's fair.
In this order, my 5 would be Outkast, The White Stripes, Soundgarden, Oasis, and Billy Idol.
Wow. Okay, I like your list.
That would be my order. Because, I mean, like, the Seven Nation Army is just, like, the best ever. So.
I rest my case.
How's it go? Okay, we'll stop now. I want to hear a little bit of it. That was good. That was pretty good. Case, what do you got of the 14 nominees? Just give me 5.
Well, I don't even have 5. There's only 2 bands on this list that I'd vote for.
Wow.
I'm a small hall guy. It's not a participation trophy. I don't think everybody should get in. And of this list, and look, there's bands I like on this list, like Soundgarden or like the White Stripes. The only bands I see fit of being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are Joy Division and New Order, who would go in together, and Oasis. Everybody else can stay off my ballot.
What a snooty list.
Like Outkast. All the things that Outkast did.
And
You really don't think they deserve to be on there for real?
I like Outkast. They are no Oasis. They are no Joy Division / New Order.
Well, here's the thing. All of them are deserving. I think every 14 nominee, everybody's deserving, but only some can get in. And, Joy Division's a tough one for me because I do think they should be in. Of this list, I put different ones ahead of them.
Oh, interesting. I don't.
I did agree with you on Oasis.
Yeah.
Because I bought tickets.
We all agree on Oasis. I mean,
yeah, come on.
it's kind of obvious.
Actually, I forced Case to buy more tickets to that Soldier Field show. We bought all the floor seats. There's
No, I
none
know,
available.
because I didn't get in on the queue, and then you got all of them. You had more.
Kenzie was trying to get in the pre-sale, didn't get in, and said, "Oh, I'm sure my friends will get me a ticket." And
No,
And she was wrong. She was
wrong
wrong about that.
Yep.
it was.
And she took it personally.
I did.
So
and that's why I didn't help you get Taylor Swift tickets, you son of a bitch.
So Oasis, and I agree with Kenzie on White Stripes too, because again, if you go by their criteria, it changed music. Garage rock became popular. Jack White is a genius, and what they did, same with Oasis at that time, not in garage rock form, but they changed music when they got big. You don't remember maybe 25 years ago, but they did. Soundgarden should absolutely be in this ballot, because when you look back, 91, go back 24 years. So Pearl Jam 10 came out August 27th, 91. Nirvana, Nevermind, in September of 91. Imagine 91, what a year. Then Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger came out October of 91, all in the fall. And then Alice in Chains' Dirt, so the big four came out a year later in September. But the impact of Bad Motorfinger, shockwaves, because I can remember that as a kid listening to it. It was when you heard Jesus Christ Pose, full blast, with a subwoofer still in the trunk, when people still had subwoofers in their trunk, forget about it.
Would it rattle the license plate?
Absolutely. Fell off the car. Soundgarden should be in there. Now, those are our bands, I guess, if you want to call it that. Chubby Checker needs to be in there. He's 83. First off, I found out he was still alive. He did the twist. And then
Is Seinfeld over here? He did the twist.
his follow-up to the twist was Let's Twist Again in 1962.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Never mind, he's my number one.
Thank you, Kenzie. I convinced you to bump someone from your list? Maybe
Hell
Outcast,
yeah.
no? Outcast out, Chubby Checker in? I mean, this guy, I was stunned. He's only 83.
I would have assumed he's 125.
Easily. The twist is like in black and white when you watch it on TV, the video. And I watch it every day. Chubby Checker has to be in there. And I put Bad Company in there for like the classic rock band because I had my first beer, a Miller High Life, from my dad at 13 years old listening to Rock and Roll Fantasy. They got a lot of hits, and that was a good one. And I chugged that beer, and boy, did I feel awful afterward. I love Miller High Life to death, but your first beer, my dad was laughing at me. And that's it.
What a beautiful story.
It was a great
Thanks
thing.
for sharing.
Yeah. Kenzie, did your dad give you your first drink ever? Did he ever say, hey, drink up?
No. The first time I ever really drank and got drunk, I was in Puerto Rico after I graduated college. So I really never drank a lot.
That's amazing.
I already graduated college.
Listen, I drank at 13.
I know.
Started a long, long thing.
Long dark path.
Yeah. And I remember Bad Company. Rock and Roll Fantasy was on the radio there at the time. So and they have a ton of hits. They deserve to be in. That's our list. Put it up on Social Case, and you guys can argue about it on our Facebook page. We love that.
Already up there. And believe it or not, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame already causing arguments on the Q101 Facebook page.
Love it. Let's send it. Share that, too. Let's look at everybody fighting over music. It's great. Right now, how about Tom Segura tickets for the Madhouse? Saturday, March 1st. Tickets are on sale now from our great friends at Jam Productions. So Tom Segura, one of the funniest dudes out there, Two Bears, One Cave podcast, and with Burt Kreischer in that universe. 312-591-8300. Call now. You got tickets to Tom Segura. Caller 10.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and some local news, stuff going around in your neighborhood. And obviously with the snowstorm and the blizzard coming in about right now. Is it snowing out the window, Case? I can't see.
It is not. From my vantage point, I can see it better than anybody else here. And it is not snowing.
It's supposed to start snowing now till 3 a.m. tonight and be anywhere between 4 and 8 inches of snow. We'll see how wrong everybody is tomorrow.
What if it just didn't do that?
Why not?
There is light flurries right now in Elgin because my husband texted me because I'm like, I was wondering if Tristan had school or not. So I texted him and he's like, no, school's still on. He goes, but it is starting to flurry. So I know that there's some action there.
It's going to hit Elgin first.
I have a question for Kenzie, and this will tie into what we're just about to talk about. When it snows now, do they cancel school or is it just an e-learning day?
We have canceled school. We have not had an e-learning day. I feel like CPS has e-learning days though, but we do not have that set up at all.
Brian, imagine that growing up as a kid and not knowing what it feels like to have school canceled because of snow, because they would just pivot to an e-learning day.
That's why all kids are sad today.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because getting the day off is incredible.
Uh-huh.
The rush you get.
Yeah.
Now here's the rub with the e-learning day.
The rush.
Because I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I used to shake like I needed drugs. Give me that canceled day. Give me that canceled day.
But what happens is that, like, if they had a snow day, which they don't now, and they really, really try to avoid them, is you have to tack on days at the end of the school year, where if you have an e-learning day, you don't. So you do lose some summertime if you have a bunch of snow days.
That's a bunch of BS, too. Who made these rules? Who's like the party pooper making these rules?
School board, I think. I don't know.
Damn school board.
I don't want to
people.
get yelled at. Maybe it's not them. I'm just guessing.
Was it George W. Bush? Was it No Child Left Behind?
I hope not.
No Child Left Behind had to do with snow days?
I don't. That's what I'm trying to. My brain's
It
just
might have
floating on
been-
that
It might
one.
have been lumped in. I don't know. It was a question, not a
I
statement.
don't think so.
I don't know. Anyway, if it snows, if you're in charge of schools, if it snows, give the kids a day off. Give them a break.
Okay.
Good Lord. Don't let them learn at home. I don't want to do that. Speaking of that, so this is weird, not related to snow, but over in Joliet, school bus vandalism forced suburban district to switch to e-learning. Now, this would be because they stole catalytic converters from 80% of the buses in the area.
Jeez.
That's a lot of catalytic converters, and I got to admit, that became a big thing in the last several years, but I haven't heard anybody lately doing it. I think all the ones that needed to be stolen were stolen, and there's none left.
It's a little bit like off the air yesterday. Kenzie, I think you were in the bathroom. Brian and I were talking about how twerking is no longer a thing that you hear people talk about. It feels very 2018.
Yeah.
So do catalytic converters.
Yeah. And I know
I've never talked about a catalytic converter. I don't know. It sounds like a form of transformer to me.
When's the last time you talked about twerking?
Well, not that long ago.
Let me think about it.
So this is the Troy 30C School District in Joliet. In-person learning was canceled after thieves stole catalytic converters from most of the buses overnight. This was Sunday and the Monday morning. So now it says they will continue e-learning. This happened yesterday until they try to get the bus fleet back in order. They're worth a lot. I guess they're worth like $1,000, the metal that's in a catalytic converter. I don't know anything about cars, but Kenzie's brother's a mechanic. I'm sure if we got him on the air, he can tell us why they're so valuable.
It would take him an hour. He just keeps going. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, just put the oil in, bro.
So you're saying he wouldn't be concise on the air if we put him on the air talking about catalytic converters?
He would start it by going, and then it would just take off.
It's very disappointed in our non-automotive knowledge.
He's always just like, okay, here we go. It's a whole thing, and all the cars are different, and the buses are different, and it depends where you sell it. And I don't want this much information. I don't.
Well, let's get to something more fun. Six Flags, Chicago. I guess it opens in April 18th. So that'll be up in Gurnee, the reopening. But this is some of the most exciting news. So the Wrath of Rakshasha. That's the name of the roller coaster.
Well, I keep calling it Rashika. Is it Rashika?
Am I wrong? Because it's Rakshasa.
I don't know why, but I just see it and I see the word Rashika.
Rashika.
Whoa.
It's what is it?
Rashika.
No, not mine.
It's
call it the actual name because I just see Rashika. I don't know why. I think my dyslexia kicks in.
I see the Wrath of Rakshasha. Rakshasa. Rakshasha?
Keith, aren't you like a roller coaster connoisseur? Don't you know the names of all of them?
I am the opposite of that. I hate roller coasters.
That tracks.
Oh, I'm thinking of the guy in the news.
Oh, you're thinking of Marcus Lashak on WGN Morning News.
Literally, I'm thinking of a guy I don't work with.
Yeah, he's awesome, by the way, when he does that every year.
Nice to meet a fan.
Oh, yeah, there's the guy in the news that likes them.
So this roller coaster at Six Flags opens this year. It is allegedly the steepest and most inverted dive roller coaster in the world. And it's right here in Chicago.
Hell yeah.
So it has a 96-degree, 171-foot beyond vertical drop. That's how it's described.
It's awesome.
So if it's inverted, I'm assuming you're upside down going down that fast? Kind of like you're kind of angled upside down, maybe?
We could have a twist. You know when some of the drops twist?
Yeah.
I can't wait because I'm confident. I hope not overly confident. I would imagine this is going to be the media day roller coaster. Usually you get like a video of yourself riding the rides during media day.
Yeah.
So I'm super amped because I want to go on this ride really bad. So I'm hoping I get to preview it in April.
Well, the tower crane lifted the last pieces into place in Gurnee this week and completing the construction of the drop. It said, 67 miles an hour while you're in a chair and not in a car. I mean, that's like...
That's usually how the roller coaster works, Brian.
And it goes through 5 inversions. So you're upside down, I guess inverted, 5 times. Ready to go? I hope that video, I want to put Kenzie on there. What if you rode it all day that day?
The whole day?
Yeah, and then did a video of that.
I think you'd get really sick.
Well, you would get really sick because you're going to do it, not me. I used to love coasters, but man, that'd be a good step back into the roller coasting world.
Why? The most aggressive one they have?
Yes. Why?
I think you should go to the kiddie land first. Go with the one that goes in a circle, like the mini screaming eagle thing.
That one's more my speed.
It's like the bunny hill at the ski slope.
You should start there.
Go to the bumper cars first.
This is a good ease back in. Their brand new, really aggressive one that has the most inversion in the world.
Yeah, 96 degree, 171 foot beyond vertical drop, 67 miles an hour.
Ease back in.
I'm going that one first.
Bingo.
Let's do it. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Can't wait to get to Six Flags this summer. April 18th, they reopen up in Gurnee. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's on her way in, unless she almost slips off the road. Is that too of an inside joke, or did we talk about that on the air?
No, we talked about that on the air.
Okay, I can't remember.
Last week, Lauren texted us saying, do my first break for me, my first segment. I almost slid off the road.
And we read it really quick and thought she got in a really bad accident. We were really concerned. And when she got here finally, and I said, "How are you okay?" And she goes, "Yeah, I almost slipped off the road." And I go, "Well, we all almost slip off the road. All of us do." She say you slipped off the road, ended in a ditch, and then I understand.
Well, I was like, the thing is you either get in a car accident because your car went off the road, or it wasn't that big of a deal and you get right back on it. It was just a little scary. So I don't understand the late for work. We weren't really sure what happened there.
But I think Lauren should be here shortly to take you through the rest of this glorious day. And I believe she has more tickets for Death Cab at noon.
She has Death Cab for Cutie tickets to their show at the Chicago Theater, 20th anniversary of the album Plans at 12:30 today.
Which
That's
is also how
awesome.
she's describing her ride. It's just in the death cab.
Yeah, she's in her Death Cab on the way to
right
work.
now, on the way in.
Takeaways, Case, what do you got?
Fred checked in from Homewood, his takeaway, and this is from Fred's perspective, not mine. If I had $1 for every bird a cat kills in the UK, I would use that money to ban them in Scotland.
Wow. A lot there.
There's a lot there.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Megan's takeaway, the most significant vacation of Case's life was to Elgin.
Right.
And I would like to quote Brian because he said, Case went to Carmina's and he felt like he went to Tijuana.
That's right. You got that Elgin passport stamp. It's a very rare stamp,
Lord.
but he got it. Finally, takeaway. Katie checked in from 773. Takeaway. My birthday is now Q101 14th. You have to explain that in the podcast, Case, right? I mean, I'm not going to explain it now.
That is in the podcast in today's music and entertainment news. That'll hit the podcast feed in just a second. Also, we learned this morning that Brian had a nervous breakdown trying to be kind. It did not work out well for him. And also, we learned today that I was nearly kicked out of Kenzie's son's 1-year-old birthday party for my behavior over the weekend. I do not apologize for what I did. And between the piñata and the salsa and the Doritos, props to you, Kenzie. What a party.
Thank you. I just like the white man to show up to the party and try to take everything.
And this is also a late takeaway, so I'm quoting it exactly how they've said it and spelled it. Mm-hmm. Doritos, son of a bitch.
No.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
All right, Lauren's next.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.